Sonja Daisy here from Success Fitness. So today we're going to be doing a core stretch class, and I want to spend a little bit more time on specific form technique to make sure that you sort of move the core properly and maybe get a little bit of an understanding in regards to how everything else is involved. Okay, so I'm going to stand sideways here for you so that you can have a better look. I want you to imagine if you had a rod right through from hip to hip and you had to tighten and loosen that rod. That's what we want to focus on here. So think about your tailbone and your pubic bone, and let's move the pubic bone up and then move the pubic bone down. So the movement comes right from here, not doing a thrust forward, okay? So standing nice and solid, your feet should be right underneath your hips, and we're just gonna keep our hands right on your hips so you can guide yourself with your thumb. And we're gonna pelvic tuck it and stick the bum back out. Pelvic tuck it and sticking it back out, right? So what I'm really doing, I'm guiding myself with my fingertips, pushing it back, and then with my thumb, I'm pulling myself back forward, okay? So pressing it back and pulling back forward. So this is what is a really important movement for you to start having more mobility in that lower back and core and getting a little bit more isolation there. So what I'd like you to do from here is we're going to take our hands behind your ears. We're going to hold this position and we're going to do a pelvic tuck under 1 and release. And again 2 and release. And really think about your lower abdominals. 3, making that movement happen. So again, it's your lower abdominals. 4 and release. I know it's not easy. And again, 5 and release. Every time we pull up, we're going to exhale. 6 and release. And again, 7 and release. Give me 3 more. Exhale out. 8 and release. Awesome. 2 more times. 9 and release. 1 last time. 10 and release. We're going to stay in the center of those 2 movements, so we're not quite forward, not back, right in the middle of that. And we're going to let our whole body lean back like you're doing a low back extension. So we're going to compress into that lower back slightly and then coming back to the center. Okay, so now your hips stay solid, going back and center. Try to go a little bit further back if you can. 3 and center, right? So don't excessively do it that it feels painful, right? You just want to feel that little compression and then coming back. 6 and center. And again, 7 and center. So it's like if you're lying on the floor. 8 and center. Let's do 2 more. 9 and center. Last one. 10 and center. Good. We're going to take it forward. We're going to have our toes out to the side. We're going to go into a plie. So shoulders down and back, posture is nice and upright. Your toes come out. And again, depending on your flexibility of your hips, my hips are not very flexible, so I have a really hard time when it comes to do plies. We're going to keep our hands just in front of us, and we're going to drop down into the lowest plie that you can manage. Keep your weight in your heels, not in your toes, and we're going to pump it out. Little, small, tiny plies. And we're going to hold it here for 30 seconds, okay? Just warming up through the inner thigh, warming up through those hips. If you feel this in your knees, that means your feet are probably too close together, okay? So keep holding it here. Nice little pumps up and down. Give me 15 more seconds. Go, go, go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. For 5, 4, 3, 2, we're going to hold the plie. Your right hand goes behind your ears. Well, my right, your left. This hand stays down. I'm going to take this elbow over to the opposite knee. So we're just going to curl into it as low as you can and then coming back upright. Yeah? And again, 2 and extend. And again, 3. It's like you're doing an oblique crunch, but you're doing it in that plie position. 4. And again, curling into it. Think elbow to knee. 5. If you can come lower, you can go a little bit lower. 6. We're just warming up though, right? So don't go too deep. 7. And extend. And again, 8. And extend. Good. 9. And extend. My legs are not moving. 10. And hold it right here. We're going to turn our body into a high lunge position. So let's get your hands right down. Holding it right here, nice high lunge, getting a nice stretch in those hip flexors, leg is nice and straight. Let's get those hands back on top of the knee. Your arm that's closest to me, we're going to reach it over to the bent leg. Nice diagonal stretch. Breathing into it and release back to the center. We're going to go back to those plies, toes out, ready, pump it down and up. Pump it down and up. Yes? All right. So the whole point here is when we first get started is getting everything ready, prepped, mentally and physically. Okay? Keep going. Keep going. We got 10 more seconds. Keep holding it here. Your weight should be on your heels, right? Now we're going to take the opposite hand down, opposite hand behind your ears. Let's take it over to the opposite knee. Ready? For 10 and up. 9 and up. 8 and up. Good. 7. Curling into it. 6. Your legs are working too, right? 5. 4. 3. 2. One more. And release. Turning over to that side this time. High lunge position. Stretch that back leg back. Really trying to lower yourself into that stretch. Back is nice and flat. We're going to take both hands on top of that knee. Let's hold it right here. Arm closest to me. Reach it diagonally over to the outside off that bent leg. Good work. And releasing it. Let's come back up. Let's shake those legs out. How are we feeling? So anytime you need some water, definitely go for it. Sipping your water, right? We don't want to guzzle it down. We're going to take both hands behind your ears. Your feet should be right underneath your hips. We're going to go right into our good mornings. So from here, our weight stays in your hips, in your heels. We're going to bend over. Make sure your back stays nice and flat. Feel the stretch in the back of those legs. And then come all the way back up 1. Okay? Down we go. And back up 2. And again, feel the stretch. There should be no discomfort in your lower back. Okay? So we want to feel the weight going into your hips, bending it forward, and then coming back up. Stretch the hamstrings. Squeeze your glutes to pull yourself back up. Let's do 4 more. And up. Right? 3 more, stretch. And back up. Last 2. And back up. 1 more time. And back up. Good. Lower those arms. It's good for posture too to keep your hands here, right? So because we have to focus a little bit more on keeping the shoulders back. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to keep your hands to start off with on your hips. We're going to stand on one leg only. Opposite leg goes behind. We're going to hip dip it forward. So again, we're going to come into the good morning. One leg only. And then back and nice and upright 1. And again, one leg only. And back up 2. That's kind of a strength stretch combination. 3, good balance here. If you need a chair, this is a good time to maybe have a chair or a wall beside you. 4. Let's do 1 more. 5. What works for me is I just look for a spot in front of me. We're going to do the same thing with your hands behind you. Okay, shoulders down and back. If you're not ready for that, then keep holding on to the chair. Let's do 5 more here. Down we go, and back up 1. And again, down we go, and 2. Good. 3, and back. And notice I don't lock my knee fully. 4, whoop, and back. 1 more time. And 5, good. Shake it out. We're going to go to the opposite side. Hands go on your hips. We're going to start with one leg only. Ready? Focus on the spot in front of you. And then coming down into that dip. And you're going to find one leg will be a little bit more balanced. It will be a little easier than the other. If you can avoid tapping down with the leg that's floating up and down, that is even more challenging. If you need to tap it down though, 3, right? If you need to hang on, whatever you need to do to adapt to this exercise, okay? Let's do one more. 5. And release, good. Hand goes behind, right? So again, we've got both hands behind your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades, good posture. Keep on going if you can, right? If this is too difficult, go back to holding onto the chair or tapping that leg down, right? And again, 2. And up. And again, 3. And back up. Very nice. And again, 4. And back up. One more. And back up. Let's shake it out. Now, you might be questioning, kind of going, wait a minute, I thought we're doing core and stretch today. We are, right? So balance comes from the core. And so anything that we're doing, one-legged, anything that we're doing, slower movements, it's all to do with core and stretch. So it's a combination of all that. To strengthen this means that everything else has to also kind of connect with the core. All right? So shake those legs out. We're going to stretch each one of them. So let's get down to your right leg. This time we're going to lower your back knee, pointing the toes back. We're going to take both hands to the inside of that leg, pushing the knee towards your shoulder, and really trying to come as low as you can into it. So if you can come right down to the elbows, right, you can stay right here, or you might have to stay here because that's a deep enough stretch for you. Let's hold that right here. Feel the stretch for 4, 3, 2, good work. Let's switch it to the other side. Opposite foot goes up, hands to the inside, pushing that knee towards your shoulder. And again, you can either hold it here, soft knit, come down a little lower, or go right down to the elbows, stretching it a little bit deeper. Right? So again, your body, you know best. Keep holding it here, softening it up for 4, 3, 2, and release. Okay, we're going to stay on the ground this time. We're going to hold it right here, hands stay underneath your shoulders. I always like to spread my fingers a little bit more so that I can evenly put my weight into my palm. Knees are separated just slightly so they stay also underneath your hips. We're going to do a nice small little cat and cow. Tuck the tailbone under, exhale, and inhale. Notice again, I don't make this super big, and I'm trying to stay more into my lower back than excessively pressing it up, meaning that we're doing this, right? So the difference is that I'm actually trying to get more into my lower back. 3, and release. Good. And again, 4, and release. One more time. Exhale, 5, and release. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to go again in the middle of those 2 movements. Belly button pulls in. We're going to try to find our balance here. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay? So I'm going to start with my right arm and my left leg. You can do the other way around, but just remember which side we were on. So extending it out. Now when I'm extending it out here, I'm not twisting into anything. I'm trying to point my toes down towards the floor, then pointing it and hold, lengthening the body. Let's hold it right here. Let's release it. Let's do the same thing on the other side, extending it. Hold it. I always start everything on my right, so I never get confused on what I did last. Okay, keep holding it for 4, 3, try not to twist into the hips, and release. So we're going to do with your breath, we're going to alternate right, left. Ready? Exhale, extend. 1. Other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go back to my right arm, left leg, and I'm going to hold it. We're going to circle it. So we're going to circle the arm and your leg at the same time. Okay, so rubbing your belly and tapping your head. Ready? Rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, 7, you got this, 8, 9. Let's go the opposite direction. Oh yes, let's challenge that brain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're not here ready. Here we go. Hold it. Bend that back leg. If you can, grab that foot with the opposite hand, opening your shoulder. If that's not possible for you, don't worry about it. Just bend that leg. Keep your hands on the floor. Good. And release. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Extending it out. Extending it out. Let's hold it. We're going to circle it. Ready? For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, opposite direction, right? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might find 6, one side is a little easier. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it, bend it in. If this is where you need to stay, stay here. If you can grab your foot, hold it, opening up your shoulder at the same time, stretching through that quad. Hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, and release. Holding it again on all fours, opposite arm, opposite leg extension. Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, should feel a little bit warmer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Good. That's it. Right back into your child's pose. Arms extended. Nice reach forward, head going right down towards the mat. Lengthening right through those lats, sitting back towards those heels as much as you can. If this bothers your knees, you can always come up a little bit higher, right? But still think about the stretch of those lats. All right, coming forward onto the elbows. We're gonna go elbow plank. Both legs go back extended or stay on your knees for 1 minute. Yes? Are you ready? Set and hold. Now, our core is nice and warm, belly button pulls in nice and snug, right? We don't ever want to go into an exercise cold, so it's really important that we stay in a nice solid position. If this is too difficult, drop to the knees, holding it right here, right? Keep that belly button still pulled in, keep it nice and controlled. The biggest thing with the plank is that we're not up here, right? We're down here. Shoulders aligned with your hips, knees, and ankles aligned. Your head stays in that nice neutral position, so not dropping your head down to the hands. When we'll rock our feet a little bit more forward, a little bit harder than just pressing against your feet. Okay? Pulling it in, keep holding it, keep holding it. Come on, we got 15 more seconds, don't let it go yet. If we feel a little bit of shaking, that's good, that means the core is working. Don't let it flare in, right? Press it all up in 4, 3, 2, and release back to your child's pose. Arms extended. Good work. We're gonna come back up on all fours. We're gonna have our legs back into that plank position again, but on your hands this time. The alternative here is to go back to your elbows if you have wrist problems, okay? Or maybe putting some dumbbells underneath your hands, that works really well as well. So we're gonna go all the way back into that high plank position, okay? We're gonna take your right knee over to your left elbow. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna drop down to that elbow, opposite heel to the opposite hip flexor, pigeon pose. Hold it right here. So what does that mean? If you have never done this before, that heel goes right into that hip, your knees slightly pushed out. Hold the pigeon pose right here. Want to feel the stretch in those hips. Realign. Here it's easy. This, a little bit harder on that hip. Okay? So holding it, that back leg is fully extended. if you want to make this deeper, come right down to the elbows, right? So right into that hip. Keep holding it for 4, 3, 2. Let's come back onto those hands. We're going to go back to the plank on both hands, both toes. Opposite knee to opposite elbow, right? So now we're on the other side. Let's hold it for 8. Should not be easy. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and releasing it down. Heel to hip flexor, knee slightly turned out. Hold it here first, right? So get a feel for that stretch. Once we're ready, let's drop it down a little bit deeper. If you want to take this deeper yet, you can stretch those arms right out and then lay right down to the floor, right? Completely up to you. Let's hold it right here for 4, 3, breathe into that hip, 2, and release. Good job. I'm going to cross those legs over, holding it right here, nice and upright. We're going to take those hands in front and we're going to walk them out as far as you can. Releasing it all the way back in. Crossing the legs over the other way. Okay? Walking it forward. If you can't bend your legs like this, just have your legs out to the side, so just in front of you. Opening that hip up. And releasing it back in, right? So if you can't cross your legs, you can also have your legs just in front of you when we're doing any sort of forward things. Let's come right up on your knees. Lift your torso. Are you still with me? It's a different workout, right? So what you gotta remember is when we're doing these high intensity boot camp type things, Tabata, full body conditioning with weights, right? Totally different. This is what balances our body out. So really focus on your breathing, focus on your strength, focus on balancing everything. Arms in front of you. Knees and hips are aligned, toes are slightly apart, feet are slightly apart. You're gonna lean back as far as you can. And back to the center. Woo, 1, and again, all the way back, as far as you can, 2, and back, good, and again, 3, and back, right, so working through those quads, 4, and back, and again, 5, and back, good, 5 more, 6, and back. Awesome. And again, 7, and back, good, and again, 8, whoo, good, last 2, 9, so if you don't have weights, 1 more, and 10. That is a great quad workout. And so if you don't have leg extension machine right now, this would be a great one to do. We're going to take both hands down to the heels if you can, on each side, and wear my heels. Okay, opening up your chest, right? If this is too difficult for you to hold it here, take your hands on your lower back and just hold it right here, okay? Holding it, just opening up the abdomen, holding it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, let's come back forward, child's pose, arms extended. The more flexible we are, the more strength we can gain. Just remember that with strength comes tightness. So it's a little circle that we're going to keep going around with, okay? Good job. We're going to have a seat. One leg extends, one foot goes to the inner thigh. So we're right here, okay? Again, I'm going to be starting with my right leg. Actually, let me turn this way so you can see better. I'm going to stay with my right leg. I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of that leg. I'm just going to gently lean over, flexing my foot so I can get your calf in there a little bit more. If you can hook yourself right underneath that foot, we could totally go there, wrap your hand around, right? So we can add all those little extras into that stretch. From here, we're going to come upright. Hand goes down to the floor. This leg goes into a side plank position. Reaching it up and hold. All your weight is going to be actually on your top leg in a minute, right? So usually we have our weight in the top and the bottom knee. This time I want you to think about your weight staying in that top foot. We're going to take your bottom knee and we're going to lift it and hold. So knee goes to knee. You can have a little bit more forward. Hold it right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Good job. We're going to take it to the other side. Opposite hamstring stretch, flexing into it. Opposite hand to the outside of that ankle. Flex your foot. Wrap your hand around your lower back. Come down as low as you can. Hook your hand in if you can. Coming down as low as we can. Get that stretch going right across the spine, the lower back. And releasing it. Good job. From here, we're going to turn it back to that side plank. Holding it right here. Get yourself set up. Arm comes to the top, okay? Again, usually our weight is in that bottom leg. What I want you to do now is press into the top leg. Take your bottom knee, whoop, and lift it up. Let's hold it. Let's hold it for 8, 7, 6. Those obliques are working hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. We're going to lay back on your back, pulling those knees into your chest. Oh. Head down, give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Nice work. Whew, how are we feeling? You're doing fantastic. Okay, well-deserved stretch here. Lower back loves this. We're going to take one leg straight up, one leg down to the floor, okay? Let's keep your head rested for now, and all we're going to do is a little alternating scissor. So legs stay nice and straight. We're going to switch. There we go. And switch. 2. And switch. 3. And switch. 4. And switch. 5. Right, so when we're here, a little easier. Now if we're lifting our head and shoulders. 7. And again. 8. You don't have to. 9. 10. We're going to take the right one or your left one back up. Let's hold it right here. So the bottom leg is floating. The top leg is nice and straight. Both hands over to one side. Let's hold it right here. Let's pump it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up there, right? So that 1 is going to keep it even higher. Keep holding it for 4, 3, 2, and releasing that bottom leg. Grab that top leg. Let's hold it right here. Pull it in a little bit closer if you can. We're going to slide the other leg in, cross that top leg up into a figure 4. Reach through. Let's hold on here. Let's get a nice little stretch in those hips. Legs straight up to the ceiling. Let's hold it. Pull it a little closer if you can. Good. We're going to wedge those hands underneath our bum. Right, so just wedging it in slightly, and we're going to do reverse crunches from here. So we're going to lift and release 1. 2, if that's too much. 3, 4, right, up to you. 5, 6, 7, yes. 8, 2 more. 9, last one. And 10, let's hold it right here. We're going to take that top leg, if you can reach it, and pull it in closer. If that's impossible, if you're kind of going, Sonja, there's no way I'm going to be reaching that, then you can hold it right here, okay? So see where you're at for your flexibility. Keep holding it, right? So don't hold back, but at the same time, we do have to really think about what our body's capable of doing or not, right? And release. Good. All right, back to the scissors. Opposite leg. Ready? Hands go behind. Let's lift, not behind. Let's grab that leg. 1 and switch. 2, 3, back to scissors. 4, head up. Chin tucked in, lifting from the upper abdominals, okay? So not feeling this in the neck. Let's do 4, 3, 2. We're going to grab the opposite leg. Let's hold it right here. Point your toes up. Take those hands to the outside. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Hold it. 4, 3, 2. Release that bottom leg. Grab that leg. Let your head come down. Pull it a little bit tighter. Get that stretch in those hamstrings. Try to come back as far as you can. Sliding the opposite leg in. Cross this foot over. Reaching through. Let's hold. If you can, straighten that leg out. Right? So again, each step, you can just stay. You don't have to follow along, right? If it gets too hard. We're going to take those hands underneath those glutes. Yes? Reverse crunches. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it right here. And again, if you can, grab the top leg, pulling a little bit closer. You can lift your upper body a little bit with it. Just be careful off your neck, right? So that might be too hard, but you may also not be able to reach it if you keep your head down, right? So we have to kind of figure out what works best for us. I just don't want you to put yourself in a position that it's straining, so you could just stay right here if that's more comfortable. Okay, hold it for 4, 3, 2, let's release it back down. I'm going to drop both knees over to one side. Good job. It's so important to do these kind of workouts. A lot of people go, oh, that's probably too easy. It's like, you know what? Focus on your technique and form more. It's not easy at all. And release. We're going to stay right here. We're going to do that standing pelvic tuck in a lying down position, okay? So feet are going to be flat on the floor. We're going to just do 5 of them. 1, like so again, we're thinking about that rod, right? 2, 3, 4, pulling it in, 5. Let's hold it right here. Hands down beside you. We're going to keep your feet a little bit closer in this time, dropping those heels. We're going to bridge it up and down. Ready? Pelvic tucked in and lift. 1, 2, good. 3, glutes are really important to stay strong, that you have a nice supported lower back. 5, 6, 7, 8, good, squeeze your bum. 9, 10, we're going to hold this one up. One leg stays put, opposite leg goes straight up to the ceiling. We're going to go out to the side and back up 1. Out to the side, back up 2. What does the core have to do here? 3, right? Your core has to keep you up there. 4, come on. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Lower that hip down. We're going to stay with that same leg, and we're going to give it one more nice deep stretch into those adductors, those inner thighs. This knee stays upright, right? So we don't want to take this one along, because then otherwise we're not going to feel the stretch. Pull it up as much as you can. Now again, if your leg is here, that's fine, right? So again, find where your flexibility brings you, right? And release. All right, keeping those legs in. Pelvic tucked in, bridge it up and down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Hold this one up. Opposite leg straight up. Ready? Out we go. 1, 2, good. 3, you got this. 4, awesome work. Keep your head down. 5, core stabilizing. 6, 7, 8, last 2, keep those hips up. 9, keep those hips up. And 10, good. Lower your hips down. Open that leg up. Let's hold it right here. So this knee is opening this way. This one here you can hold with your hand a little bit, giving a little bit of extra help, okay? Hold it. Nice stretch to the adductors, your inner thighs. And again, those guys get really tight when your hip flexors are being overworked, right? So there's a lot of different reasons on these kind of workouts being so crucially important. And releasing it, pulling both knees in. Let's give yourself a gentle rock side to side. Good work. We're going to extend those legs straight to the ceiling. Arms straight to the ceiling. Hold it. Lifting your head and shoulders, chin tucked in. We're going to be holding yourself in this position with your abdominals, not your neck. Okay? So chin tucked in, lifting it from here, getting a good position, arms up. Now try to lower your legs as much as you can and hold. For 8, 7, 6, 5. You're shaking, that's a good thing. 4, 3, 2, and pulling those knees back in. Let's take your head over to one side. Take your head over to the other side. Back to the center, let's do that again. Legs up, arms up. Lift your head, chin tucked in. Extend your arms and legs and hold for 8, 7, if you can come lower, 6, 5, 4, careful of that lower back, 3, 2, and pull your knees back in. Good. Taking it into a rock, child to child, child to child. Taking it to a rock, holding it right here. Good work. Feet go flat on the ground, pelvic tucked in. Hands go behind your ears, supporting your head, chin slightly tucked in. Nice little small little crunch. Coming just from the upper abdominals. 1, your lower back should not come back off the ground. 2, once that pelvic is tucked in, remember, we're tucking it in, keeping it tight there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Perfect. Arms out to the sides, drop those knees over to one side, stretching through the hips and lower back. Good work. Taking it over to the other side, same stretch. Right, so stretching through the hips and lower back. Really focusing on your breathing, getting all the oxygen into those muscles. And back to the center. We're going to come over to the side and we're going to push ourselves up into a seated position. Okay, so it's a little bit more gentle on the lower back. You're going to take the bottoms of your feet together, sliding them as close as you can, hugging those feet in, so building a little basket around those toes, dropping those knees out to the sides, and leaning gently forward. Again, not stressing it out, not forcing it. Let's hold it here. So the key to this kind of workout to really take away the technique off your core engagement, taking away that we need balance with our body, not only vigorous stuff, but also sometimes pulling back with breathing. Good job. I'm going to cross those legs over, nice and upright. I'm going to take one hand behind, one hand to the knee. Great. And if this kind of class is not as vigorous as you want it to be, that's okay, right? Because we all have different levels. So some comments I get on these classes is that they're amazing, they loved it because they could actually follow it. Sometimes my very advanced athletes find this very difficult because you kind of forget how to do the basics, right? Or you forget that this is just as important. Let's take it over the other side. Looking over your shoulder. And back to the center. You're going to dip your head over to one side. Core work in general has a lot of involvement of the neck. So it's really important that we stretch the neck out,
we keep working at the strength of it, meaning there's no neck exercises. It's just we build up the endurance by doing more, okay? Over to the other side one more time. Nice deep breathing. And over to the other side. And back to the center. Good. Pull the shoulders out. Nice big circles. Good job. You did phenomenal today. Any questions, comments you have, let me know. Post it on Facebook pages, on Success Fitness or Royal Roads University Center, whichever one you're on. We'll be posting more classes daily, and we'll be posting more educational type things as well. So let me know how you're doing. Let me know if there's anything specifically that you're looking for, and hopefully we can somehow incorporate that into some of our classes. My name is Sonja from Success Fitness, and I hope to see you tomorrow or the next day in some more classes. If there are more stretching, more core work, or more rigorous classes, just remember to balance it all out, okay? And don't forget to hydrate and eat well.